conference foe, North Texas. The Mean Greens welcome inside the studio, Moen Simpson alongside Jamison Sterrett. And Jamison, we were talking about this matchup. It's a lot of young talent freshmen mixed with some experienced seniors for this squad, and on the other side, a lot of experience for the Wildcats.
Yeah, that's right. Senior day here at ACU, and you mentioned that UNT does have a lot of freshmen on their team, a younger roster compared to this ACU team with some experience, a couple of transfers that they have as well, alongside with North Texas as well.
And it's been a one-sided series matchup between these two squads. North Texas winning all 6 matchups, looking to continue that winning streak here. But let's talk about the keys to this match. New season, new opportunity.
Yeah, I think for ACU, getting the offense going and finding the back of the net, getting those shots on goals and getting them to connect. And then for UNT, I think capitalizing on those opportunities with a freshman-heavy lineup, getting them some experience. And then for both teams, winning those 50-50 battles down in the trenches.
The Wildcats only played 2 matches here at Elmer Gray Stadium this season, looking for their first win at home in the 2024 campaign, making a lot of adjustments in the starting lineup for both squads. We'll talk about that when we return for the first kick here in Abilene, Texas. This is senior day for the ACU Wildcats as the Mean Green of North Texas come to town, a team out in Denton, Texas. The American Conference, founded back in 1890, and I tell you, these two teams have played each other a lot here in the 21st century, but it has been all North Texas in that series, 6-0 advantage for North Texas. Let's take a look at the impact players for both squads. And I tell you, it doesn't matter where it's happening, what time the game is, they're always making an impact out on the field. That's
right. I mean, you look at the Rachel Roebuck for the Mean Green. She's from Roy City, Texas. And over her 8 starts, and she's got 6 goals, 2 assists. And for ACU, you have Chase Thorne from Rowlett. She's a senior, the forward with she's got 1 goal and 1 assist and 8 shots on goal. And so that's one thing that we mentioned early on, was getting them to make those shots on goals and winning those 50-50 battles. And I'm looking to see for ACU to put some points on the board today.
Yeah, they've been real leaders for their squads this season. You mentioned Roebuck had 4 goals, a career high for her, and their big win against Prairie View A&M near the end of last month. And Coach John Heidland, he talked about this squad for North Texas, that they're trying to battle freshman inexperience and senior talent, and that's going to be key with this starting lineup for the ACU Wildcats. And still making adjustments with the starting lineup before conference play begins. That's so important. The coaches emphasize that, just trying to find a squad that meshes well with one another before those games really start to matter.
That's right. And the keeper today for ACU for the Wildcats is Savannah Alba, and she's making her season debut for the Wildcats, the redshirt junior. She had 5 starts last season, but we're looking forward to seeing how she does today in her season opener here with the Wildcats. As for UNT, they look to hopefully get back on the keep, I guess, what would be the winning streak, as they're coming off a win versus Florida Atlantic 1-0.
Yeah, and the winning has continued for North Texas after a really challenging start to the season, a tough schedule. They started with Oklahoma and Alabama, a ranked Alabama team at the time. That was their last loss, in fact, when they lost out in Denton, Texas, falling 2-1 in that contest against the Crimson Tide. And there's been a lot of changing in the lineups. They've had the injury bug early in the season. They had to make some adjustments, but continuing just to find what works best for them before conference play begins. A North Texas team that in their inaugural season with the American went just 2-4-3 in conference play. They missed out on the conference tournament, but bringing back a lot of offense. 3 of their 4 top goal scorers returned. Summer Brown, one of our impact players for North Texas, had 7 goals last season. She has 3 already this year, making 6 starts in 8 matches played this season. And Coach Heidland spoke very highly of Brown this season, saying that she can be one of the best scorers, not just on this team, but as a program. North Texas getting things started on the road on offense. A very physical team that could challenge ACU defensively today.
That's right. And as like we mentioned, how UNT trying to find that mix between those younger girls and the older girls, as ACU coming out with that mixed lineup as well. Just finding those matchups early on and figuring out what works best for both teams.
On the other side for the Wildcats, a team that has done a great job defensively this season and were undefeated until their loss earlier this past week on the road, taking on number 20 Mississippi State, falling 5-0 in that contest. And we've mentioned the scoring, the struggle offensively for the Wildcats, but it's the defense that have really kept them in all these close matches. 4 shutouts already this season for the Wildcats, but 4 of those shutouts ending in ties. That's
right.
something that that Coach Salas really wants to change this afternoon.
Yeah, and like we mentioned, 4 shutouts. 4 shutouts with a tie. You'd like to score offensively, really for both teams today, figuring out how to get the ball in the back of the net.
Sarver looking aggressive for the Wildcats. Maddie Ogden ready to send this one away for North Texas. The graduate student, transfer from Colorado State, been the goalkeeper for the Mean Green all season long.
Yeah, she had 6 saves last game against Florida Atlantic.
Now going on the attack over to the corner, and a new change-up in the starting lineup for Abilene Christian, and it's her season debut. Savannah Alba, the redshirt junior goalkeeper who made 5 starts last season, but has been supporting the squad alongside Lily Ross and Julia Herges this season at goalkeeper, but now they want to make a little bit of a change, especially after a struggle defensively against a really talented Mississippi State squad earlier last week.
Yep, as they played Mississippi State, but they won the 6 games before, and when as an FCS team taking on a bigger team at Mississippi State, just looking to put some points on the board, but unfortunately we didn't.
Hannah Gage going a little aggressive for the Wildcats, can't keep it in play, and Ogden is going to send this one over to the corner. Looking to be in no rush right now. AC looking very aggressive defensively. This is an absolute rocket by Ogden. Well past midfield. Now on the attack, and good job by Alba. Send that one back. Opportunity here for the Mean Green. Headed over to the near side. And just trying to keep it in play, and good heads-up decision for the Wildcats.
UNT doing a good job already putting some pressure on this on Savannah Alba.
And they'll say out of bounds, and ACU with the possession. As McCarley Holman getting some early action. The junior out of Midland, Texas, making her 8th start and 8 appearances this season. One of the junior leaders, starting in all 42 matches that she has played at the collegiate level. Really about setting the tone early here in the first half. And a possession battle. That was one of our keys to the game, just winning those 50-50 balls that have, unfortunately for the Wildcats, not gone in their favor as of late, especially in that Mississippi State contest, but a great opponent here. And now another challenge over high. An opportunity, a shot for North Texas, sails too far.
They did a good job getting the ball to the middle there, but just a little too hard there on the kick as it sails out of the back of the north side of the field.
So Alexis Miller had a goal last match in their win against Florida Atlantic, the lone goal to give them the 1-0 victory. Getting some opportunities early here in the first half. A very warm afternoon in West Texas. Temperatures in the low to mid 90s, so we will have a hydration break both in the first and second half. Keep these players cool and hydrated. North Texas on the march now, an opportunity. And right, getting very close, but too far. The pass just out of reach for the Mean Green. They could have gotten a shot off, and Summer Brown, we talked about her scoring ability, but just not a good pass that time, and ACU survives yet another minute.
Yeah, she's got 3 goals on the season. Obviously tried to get her the ball there, but just a bit too far out in front of her, as you see there.
Just a couple early miscues for the Mean Green. Wildcats looking to capitalize on it. Give it right back up midfield. Battle for possession on the far side. It's been one of those seasons for the Wildcats, still being challenged in non-conference play. That's what head coach Salas really wants to see from his squad. And just get them ready for conference play. And look back, both of these teams last season missing their conference tournament, trying to right that wrong from a season ago. Kick goes out of play. Still be North Texas possession.
Yeah, so far I think North Texas has been winning the better of those 50-50 matchups that we talked about. Just really getting the more physical side of things, like you mentioned, UNT being a more physical team. We've really seen that here early on in this one.
And so far, though, only one foul call against ACU, one shot for North Texas early here in the first 7-8 minutes of play. So far, North Texas winning that possession battle, though. They've been heavily on ACU's defensive side. Looks like a potential offside call against North Texas.
Yeah, looks like Summer Brown was running just a bit ahead of the defender there for ACU.
And still staying on this side of Elmer Gray Stadium Field. Mean Green on the march, another opportunity, but good heads-up play by the Wildcats trying to keep it out of reach. And back with possession. Now North Texas on defense and a quick interception. Moving quickly. Weaving through traffic. Still fighting for possession. North Texas gets double teamed and the Wildcats back with it. Now the Wildcats marching. North Texas again just seems like ACU still struggling to put something together on offense. The defense from Mean Green has been impressive to start.
Yeah, ACU is just letting really North Texas just win those battles, those one-on-one matchups, and almost capitalizing on a few down in the offensive zone.
Holloman's pass intercepted by Brown, trying to keep it in play, and no whistle for the time being. It will go right back to Alba. Ready to boot this one away.
So far, it looks like Alba's going to have her hands full tonight. The Mean Green really moving it into the offensive zone.
Ready to boot this one away. Nice kick over midfield. Good pass, trying to keep it in play. And North Texas keeps it at bay for the moment. Wildcats back with it, trying to put something together here. It's the longest possession we've seen from the Wildcats early in this contest. It'll stay with ACU.
Yeah, ACU finally getting a little breath of life in the offensive end.
Pass for ACU, just too far out of reach. And it will go back to the Mean Green. Like the aggressiveness from ACU and Taylor Sarver, the senior on senior day. Her 4th year at ACU. Big congrats to her getting married back in June. Enjoying her final season in the purple and white. Ogden. Another absolute rocket this time. Battle for possession. And ACU back with it for the time being. It is impressive to see how far Ogden can sail those kicks.
I don't believe the wind is blowing, if not at all, out here today in Abilene.
Not very often you hear that.
No, not at all.
Light winds, if any, out here in West Texas. But the heat is bearing down this Sunday afternoon. Nice footwork from ACU. Better defense from the Mean Green. Racing down the field, it's Brown as she falls down. No whistle, she wants something.
Yeah, definitely got tripped up there a little bit, but no call from the referee here.
Alba with a short kick. And we're gonna have a whistle. Looks to be on ACU. And it was Roebuck getting tangled up there.
Yeah, it was just one of those where the ball was kind of not really in any possession and just kind of got tied up there, the feet of Roebuck.
So it'll be a free kick for the Mean Green. Alexis Miller, even Catherine Williams in for North Texas. Miller with 2 goals this season. This one getting very close.
What a save there
on goal
by Alba.
And this one will sail over to the corner. Great defense near the net. Got to give credit to Alba, who will no doubt continue to be challenged here this afternoon. That was her first test.
Yeah, Alba doing a good job so far here early in her season debut for the Wildcats.
Good defense that time from Macy Stevens, blocking that kick, and it would have had a good shot at it on goal if not for the deflection. Back with ACU. Wildcats just struggling to maintain a long possession before North Texas steals it away. This time now across midfield. Now back over to the far side. Looking a little more ambitious over the past few minutes are the Wildcats. This one going near the corner, a battle. Back and forth. Wildcats with it again. And North Texas, good defense.
Yeah, it looked like they had an opportunity there. But North Texas, again, just winning those battles that we talked about.
The defense has looked solid on both sides. North Texas on a 3-game win streak. ACU giving up very little, if anything, this season. And an easy stop for ACU back near the goal. To slow things a little bit more down. Trying to give the offense a little bit of a breather. Contact between the Mean Green and Wildcats. Those 50-50 battles we talked about that have gone in favor thus far with North Texas. And we'll have a foul on the Wildcats.
It's like it caught maybe the forearm there. I don't know if it was a handball or not. Couldn't really tell as we see the replay.
And take a look. That was Summer Brown getting involved, so it'll be a free kick again for North Texas. Alexis Miller, the sophomore, sailing this one into the box, going high, and just left of the goal. It was a good idea, just the execution not there for North Texas once again.
Yeah, ACU going quick there, trying to push the ball into the offensive zone.
North Texas gives it right back to Ogden. Looking to slow things down. That one sailing too far. And we'll head for an offsides. Just not a whole lot of offense on either side thus far, the defense. That's what we expected going into this. It was two really good defensive teams that have struggled offensively this season.
Yeah, but I think if you go off of who's had the ball in the offensive zone more, I think North Texas has really done a good job of getting the ball into those opportunities to get a shot on goal. but so far coming unsuccessful.
A little dangerous pass back to Ogden. They get it out of their way, and no penalty suffered. 2 shots so far for North Texas, 0 for ACU. The whistle called, back to ACU possession. Not a whole lot of numbers thus far. 0 shots on goal for both sides. A couple fouls for the Wildcats, 1 for North Texas. We're getting closer to that midway point here in the first half. There's Sarver. Pass is deflected way up in the air, and Sarver back with it. Good pass to the far side, moving over. And good defense from North Texas, setting up a potential corner kick, but it looks like it was off of the foot of Serdon. And they'll give this one to North Texas. Sarver, great job boxing out, but can't keep it sustained. Good defense, though, all around as the Wildcats have it back.
Yeah, just trying to slow things down, kind of reset offensively as they send it back to Alba.
Here in Abilene, Texas at Elmer Gray Stadium. If you're just now joining us, ACU and North Texas. And if you're joining us right now, it's probably because you're leaving that Dallas Cowboys matchup as the Saints are dominating Dallas 35-13 in the first half. And a big country here in West Texas. Senior day for ACU. Ogden under some pressure. Looking to get some momentum on both sides. ACU still looking for their first shot attempt of this first half.
Yeah, one thing North Texas does really well is getting the ball back into their offensive end, whether it's, off of Ogden, just sending it completely across the field, or their passes across the field have, been very successful as ACU tries for something there.
That's the closest they've been. Just a little too close to the near side. Good attempt just to get something going. Georgia Gunther, the junior from Plano, Texas, not too far from North Texas's campus. Just too far right of the net. Ogden sailing this one past midfield. Summer Brown was there. Nearing the 25-minute mark here in the first half. All about the defense so far. The goalies making rotations for the Wildcats over the past couple matches. Saw some action with Lily Ross, Julia Herge's last match in their loss against Mississippi State. And now looking to make a new change, getting the start for the first time this season, Savannah Alba. A redshirt junior with the Wildcats. Done a solid job thus far. ACU, that kick not on target. Out of play on the far side. It'll go right back to North Texas. On the throw in for the Mean Green. It's been one of those first halves for both teams. Just not able to formulate anything that they've wanted to thus far. Stingy defenses on both sides. Really been the story thus far.
The pass goes right to ACU.
Missed opportunity too far ahead of the Wildcat. Goes right back to North Texas. Ella Bushko with a throw in. High and off the ACU canopy. Yeah, the accuracy for both sides. Just hasn't been there on those passes today either. Looking to change that up here in this stretch. Very physical first half. We've seen a lot of bodies hit the grass. ACU on the march, making a nice move, going right for it, and Ogden getting involved. Easy grab for her. First shot attempt for the Wildcats. First shot on goal attempt of the afternoon.
Yeah, she didn't really have anyone there in the middle to pass the ball into, but tried to do it herself and came up short. Ogden was there and ready for it.
Over to the near side. And kicks that one out of play. Good defensive stop and stand.
Yeah, North Texas has been there every single time, it seems like, as the ball is kicked into the middle. It seems like they're there just about on every attempt that ACU tries to get the ball into the middle of the field.
Holloman on the throw. ACU still with it. Opportunity and right of the net. Staying aggressive offensively, but just unable to make the connection. Hannah Gage, the graduate students, being honored here on Senior Day.
Just missed there to the right side of the goal.
Ogden was in a good spot, even if it was on target, to make the grab. So we've got just over 20 minutes left here in the first half.
ACU slowly starting to unpack some of their offensive schemes in the offensive zone that we've seen that we didn't see much early on. It feels like the back half of this first half has been now on the ACU side of offensive, or on the offensive side.
And the Mean Green looking to respond, and they moved quickly, but Alba was right there to make the save.
Yeah, she's been perfect in her season debut so far. Looking to advance this one into the offensive zone.
Nice kick. ACU a little more timid thus far on this possession. Mean Green looking very aggressive and have it back. Far side. ACU racing this one down. And get it right back. There's Summer Brown. Great speed from the Mean Green. North Texas, back and forth we go for possession. It's been a lot of errant passes on both sides, just not really able to make a connection. And getting close, opportunity, great defense from the goalie, but it's still not over. And the rest of the defense making a stand.
Helping out Alba there as she goes for one, and defense backed her up there and blocked the second of two attempts.
It was great recognition. Take a look one more time. You see the dive and the save, and the rest of the defense is back to make another stop and collision between two Wildcats.
I believe that was Georgia Gunther that was in there to make the goalie, the help of Alba, helped out Alba there.
Okay, you saw a few of them. You saw Gunther, you saw Stevens, both with a lot of experience at the collegiate level.
Yeah, just great recognition there defensively for the Wildcats.
Big heads-up play, and looks like we will head to our first hydration break of this first half. Still knotted up at 0 between these two squads. 4 shots for North Texas, 3 for ACU. And we'll see if this continues. A defensive battle here in Abilene, Texas. Back here in Abilene, Texas, there's the head coach for ACU, Steven Salas, in his second season He's been very familiar with ACU and the Abilene area, was the head coach over at Hardin-Simmons 2 seasons prior, and as you see there, a former associate head coach to get things started for this program. Seeing a lot of success for the purple and white, and now leading the charge for his squad.
Yeah, after missing the Western Athletic Conference tournament last year, I think his job for the team is just to turn it around this season.
Wildcats going 7-9-2 on the year last season. Mentioned missing the WAC tournament, and you know, there's not a lot of coaches that can say they've been with a program for 30 seasons, but that's head coach John Hedlund, the winningest coach of any sport at North Texas. And I tell you, he has done some incredible work with the Mean Green, and he's the only active head coach with 20-plus years of head coaching experience and 0 losing seasons with North Texas, as Summer Brown is on the charge, trying to get things out of this 0-0 hole on the road. Back to Brown trying to save it, and the defense from the Wildcats keeps it at bay for the time being.
It looks like it's going to set up a corner here for North Texas.
Summer Brown is making her 7th start in 9 matches played this season, has been one of the leaders for this squad. They decide to forgo the corner and play this one out inside the box. Loose all over the place, nearly a goal. Still battle for possession, and ACU makes the wise decision to kick that one out and set up a corner. Great defense from the Wildcats.
That was another situation there where Alba wasn't the one to save it, but it was Chase Thorne, the senior, that stepped in there and gave some support there for Alba.
Yeah, giving some help wherever they can, and I think that's what makes this ACU defense so special. Just watching how it's not just the goalie that's doing the job defensively, but I tell you, when you see a player like her make a save and isn't able to get up quickly, the rest of the defense crashes inside. Under 20 to go here in Abilene, Texas. Still knotted up at 0 apiece. 5 shots now for North Texas, 3 for ACU, but 3 shots on goal already for the Mean Green. ACU back with it on offense. Just seems like there's been a whole lot more opportunities for North Texas as of late. Haven't been able to capitalize, and they've really put ACU up on their heels, but they've done such a great job still, though, despite all that.
Yeah, but ACU has gotten the ball into the offensive zone multiple times, but it just seems like North Texas has just
really
been
bad.
right there
Yeah,
with the defense every time that it's made its way into the offensive zone. As
good job by North Texas. Letting it go to the back line. Be back with the Mean Green. Maddie Ogden with 1 save here this afternoon.
another nice kick there from Ogden.
There's Summer Brown trying to race it back to play, and just too far out of reach. And Savannah Alba secures it.
Yeah, she's really been tested early in her season debut with the 5 shots already here from North Texas.
High kick, well over midfield. Pass back and forth. AC with it for the time being. And just swarmed by defenders. A little conservative here, and that one tipped away, intercepted, trying to keep it in play. And so far, ACU does. On the move to the far side. Getting closer, near the goal, too high. You like the idea. It's just been so hard to find opportunities for ACU, and that was Thorne. That one, though, just sailing too high.
Right. It seems like every time, like I've been saying, that ACU has it in the offensive zone. The defense is there, and they're outnumbered offensively with, North Texas having the people there, the defenders there, as Alba, or correction, that's Ogden to send it away again.
North Texas on a 3-game win streak. Their last loss back on August 17th against a really talented Alabama squad. They fell 2-1 in that contest at home. They've been challenged this season in non-conference play, but weathering the storm, they've looked really good in September, taking down Southern 5-0, then at Incarnate Word with a 2-0 shutout, and most recently at home to begin conference play against Florida Atlantic with a 1-0 victory. Still knotted up at 0, though. Texas looking for opportunities. They've had some, just haven't been able to execute. Summer Brown getting swarmed defensively. Back to the far side, getting oh so close to that box. Footwork paying off for North Texas, making a shot on goal. It's loose. Still no decision, and the defense wins the battle yet again.
Alba standing strong, and not only just Alba, we've seen the entire defense for ACU really getting in there and Chase Thorne and Georgia Gunther.
Take a look one more time. See a lot of speed, and that was Bailey Wesco for the Mean Green, and nearly off the hands of Ogden, nearly went in, but great help again from the rest of her defenders.
Yeah, Raylan Miller got I think was the one that got in there and kicked it out for ACU. She's a freshman.
There's Lily Cunningham, getting her 7th start of the season this afternoon. Just one shot attempt on the season. She's doing a lot of great work defensively this year for North Texas. Here's Summer Brown. She has great speed, one-on-one battle. The footwork coming into play, making the dive. Savannah Alba once again.
Yeah, I mean, Brown does a good job of getting it there, but Alba got the better of her as, that's, we said her first start this season, and she has not disappointed yet.
It's her 3rd save of the afternoon. A big reason it's still tied at 0, but you wonder how much longer can AC weather this storm, needing some help from their offense as we get closer to halftime.
Yeah, within the past 2 minutes, it feels like it's been right there in the face of Alba. She's done a phenomenal job, and the defense as a whole of keeping it out of the back of the net.
2 shots for Summer Brown. That was her first shot on goal. Now, Abilene Christian looking for a response. Reagan Hollis with the throw. Loses that one. Back North Texas. ACU back with it.
Good job. Way to go, Carly.
And goes out of reach. Intended for Hollis.
Yeah, another missed opportunity there for the Wildcats. We've seen multiple times where they get the ball in the offensive zone and just make a bad pass or, send one out of the back of the back line there. As Ogden is let her leg rest there.
King boots it over midfield and out of bounds, out of reach for Brown. One of those grinded out first halves for both teams. Defense has been tested once again this afternoon for the Wildcats, just looking for a spark of life on offense. And Alba kicks that one across midfield. Now the Wildcats marching. Might be their best chance so far. One-on-one battle. Still fighting for it. Back up top. I tell you, this North Texas defense showing they can do one just as better as that attempt goes left.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a one-on-one opportunity there for a second, and then, you blink and the rest of the defense is there and to help out.
It looked like a second of hesitation on the attack, and that shot for Thorne had a couple opportunities, but there's just been a lot of defense blocking the way. Not much that she could do there. Now a corner kick opportunity as it was deflected by one of the Mean Green. Ogden leaping forward, and I tell you, it was a golden opportunity for ACU, an undefended net, but a high kick goes out of bounds. That looked like Peyton Hill, the redshirt sophomore, had a shot on goal last match. And that one just not hit right off the toe.
Yeah, ACU had a wide open net there and just a bit too high and out of play.
Because Ogden was down on the field after making the save. And it was a loose ball after that. ACU had possession. Just couldn't get that one fall back the net. Mean Green racing down the field. Another opportunity. You blink, and now a chance for North Texas on the left side. High, deflected, and once again, Alba has made a sensational first half performance.
Yeah, just stuck up the right hand there and tips it out of play.
Niedermeyer was a couple inches away from her 4th goal this season. Sets up another corner kick opportunity for the Mean Green.
Yeah, Alba looked like she was looking right into the sun when she made that save here.
Bernard for the kick. And goes out of bounds, waiting for the signal, and it'll be another corner for North Texas.
Yeah, they haven't really, with their corners, we saw the one where they just kind of kicked it right to the offensive person that was right there, but second time I'd like to see him put one in the air as they do.
The sophomore, this one goes a little bit further, and I think that was Summer Brown off of the head and goes above and out of reach. Under 10 to play now in the first half. North Texas had a lot of good opportunities. They've had 3 corner kicks now. Back with possession yet again.
Another opportunity here as
high kick off of the head of Brown, and Alba will secure it. Making her first start on the season. Alba getting a lot of work here in this first half and has answered the bell. 4 saves already here in this first half.
Yeah, she's been busy with 9 shots, 6 of those with being shots on goals.
Had 19 saves last season in the 10 matches she played. Contact at midfield. ACU possession. We talked that it's going to be a physical afternoon here in Abilene, Texas. UNT and ACU each with 2 fouls apiece.
Yeah, the ref's really letting them kind of play it out, and some of those physical, contact, you think you might get a call, but referee's really letting them play around out there.
To the far side, ACU back with it. Contact, and that'll be a foul against North Texas, a little grabbing of the arm. Free kick opportunity for the Wildcats. So, Vetramile grabbed on that last play. .725 and counting left in the first half. Senior day here in Abilene, Texas. Battle between the WAC and the American. North Texas in their 2nd season with the American Conference after leaving Conference USA. Free kick well defended. Back with ACU. Very conservative offensively, nearly intercepted. ACU continuing to march the wrong direction. It'll stay with the Wildcats. And going back to what initially thought was a foul, that was a yellow card for Reeves. for unsporting. Something to keep an eye on later in the second half.
Beautiful.
ACU gets it inside here.
An
Oh,
opportunity
nice
and
try.
sailing too high once again. It was a tough angle for Reagan Hollis, the freshman out of Wiley, Texas. But she has been ambitious this season. And Coach Salas, a lot of praise for what she's been able to accomplish.
Yeah, she just a little bit too much. As another opportunity missed there for the Wildcats.
Owen Simpson, Jamison Starrett here on ESPN Plus. The beautiful campus of Abilene Christian. A student-run production at ACUTV. A lot of experience for a lot of college students here on campus and putting together great productions. Working on the weekend.
Nice try, Bailey.
North Texas and ACU for a senior day match, the 7th all-time meeting at the Division I level for these two programs. It has been dominated by North Texas, leading the series 6-0. Last time they met 2 seasons ago, this one was at Denton in North Texas, and North Texas winning that one 5-1. So you can already tell just a difference in 2 seasons. Been a lot about defense and how it's improved for both squads this season. That one, a great rocket kick, but too high of the net. Maddie Ogden getting her 9th start in the 9th match of the season for North Texas. The transfer from Colorado State back in 2022 had a great season last year with the Mean Green, starting in all 16 matches. But both of these teams looking for more from last season. Didn't finish the way they wanted to. Conference play was tough, and spent a lot of time in the off-season trying to get ready for that, and that includes making it a tougher non-conference schedule, as we're seeing here between 2 great programs, diving for it. And a nice job once again from Alba. Those can be a little tricky based on the timing.
Yeah, it's almost like a curveball in baseball. Just curved right in, and Alba did a great job of tracking it down and making the stop.
It's the 10th shot attempt, 7th shot on goal for North Texas compared to ACU's 1. That's been the difference maker that you can just sense despite the 0-0 score in the first half. Getting a lot more opportunities for the Mean Green. ACU needing some help offensively as that pass is intercepted on the far side of the field. Great footwork. Yet another opportunity in the corner for the Mean Green. Defense closing in on the far side. Just over 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Still knotted up at 0. Kick is high and left. Devin Flannery, another graduate student for North Texas, playing at the forward spot this season. A lot of contact for ACU, still on her feet, great footwork. Sending this one deep over the far side. And North Texas gets it right back. Those are the kind of plays, though, that the Wildcats really need to try and spark some life on offense. Bad pass gives it right back to North Texas. Nice shift, good pass. Contact, a big collision. ACU gets possession back. The Mean Green, tough to get up. Still on her feet. And fighting this one out. Good to see her back up on her own feet. And I tell you, that was a big hit that Flannery took. Big collision. You see a little bit of lowering of the shoulder. Gracie Kelly was ready for the contact.
Yeah.
Just trying to brace for the impact. Shot on goal, just a little too high for the Wildcats. I tell you, that was a great look and was oh so close for the Wildcats. Peyton Hill nearly with her second goal on the season.
I think that was the best shot attempt that ACU has had all afternoon. As you see there again, just a bit too high. As Ogden would have had a nice play on it as well. She was in position to make the play.
It looked like she was trying to go for that left corner. There was some room to operate. It goes right back to North Texas. 60 seconds left in the first half. It has been a defensive onslaught from both sides. North Texas getting a whole lot more opportunities though. 7 shots on goal here in the first half. Pass goes a little too far. Mean Green trying to race it down. And they do get it, waiting for the official call. And we'll see where they spot this. The final seconds ticking down. It'll stay, or excuse me, go right back to ACU. Just looking to get to halftime at this point. North Texas in the final seconds here in the first half. To the far side on the box. ACU kicks that one out. As we will head to halftime the same way we started this one here in Abilene, Texas. It's kind of what we expected. All about the defense, 0-0. American Conference squad on the road here in Abilene Christian. Senior day for the Wildcats, looking for their first win at home this season. Stay tuned here on ESPN+. Halftime here at Elmer Gray Stadium, 0-0. North Texas and Abilene Christian meeting for the 7th time in the Division I era. A battle that over the series history has been dominated by North Texas. The Wildcats looking for their first win in program history against the Mean Green on senior day, and it has been all about the defense for both sides. And got to give credit to Savannah Alba. She has been phenomenal in her first start this season. Yeah, she has. She has 5 saves early on here. She's definitely getting a big test here in her season debut, as she's had 11 shots and 7 of those have been on the goal, and her defense has really helped her out. And about 2 of those where you saw Chase Thorne come in and save one after she made an attempt. And defensively, the Wildcats have looked pretty good against this North Texas Mean Green team. Yeah, and if you're ACU, you have to be at least thankful the score is 0-0. That big differential with the shots on goal, 7-1 in favor of North Texas. ACU going to have to put something together offensively in the second half. Yeah, they are. I mean, it seems like we talked about it there, where every time they had the ball down in the offensive end, it just seemed like the Mean Green defense was right there, and they've done a good job as well defensively. You know, when the Wildcats get the ball in the offensive zone, there was a moment there where it was like a one-on-one play, and they were right there immediately. And ACU's made some shots on goal offensively, but just the lone one there. 1 yellow card in the first half. That against North Texas. Rachel Roebuck picking that up late in the first half, and we are knotted up at 0 here in Abilene, Texas. Halftime coverage continuing here on ESPN+. Stay tuned. Halftime here in Abilene, Texas. I'm Owen Simpson alongside Jamison Sterrett. It is all knotted up at 0 apiece between North Texas and ACU. A senior day for the Wildcats. We talked a lot about how good their defense was coming into this match, and it has been in full effect. It has, and their defensively, I think, has been the key for Savannah Alba making her season debut. She's got, I believe it's she's been filled up with a lot of saves, and she's getting her hands full tonight. Yeah, she's done a great job, and the redshirt junior really stepping up her first start on the season. It's been on the other side, though. We got to talk about how good North Texas is getting a lot of opportunities, but just haven't been able to capitalize them on these just yet. Yeah, they've been getting the ball in the offensive zone. You know, Summer Brown has done a great job for North Texas, but just haven't been able to capitalize offensively just yet. Yeah, it's a senior day matchup for the Wildcats, looking for their first win out at Elmer Gray Stadium on the season. They got 2 ties so far this year at home, and a lot of other stuff going on as well around in conference play.
Yeah, around the WAC, you've got the Seattle U's on their hot streak. It takes the Redhawks to the top of the standings. And ACU, the Wildcats, were undefeated in the first 6 games after falling to a very strong Mississippi State team. They lost that one 0-5, and then Utah Valley wins their first ever match against Utah. They won that one 2-0, and the WAC tournament starts the WAC tournament is November 2nd through the 9th.
It'll be here quicker than you realize. And you talk about Seattle, 5-1-2 on the season, leading the soccer standings in the Western Athletic Conference. There's ACU conference play right around the corner before we get to that conference tournament, September 28th, the beginning of conference play. And North Texas and ACU battling it out in non-conference play. Both teams getting a really challenging non-conference slate, getting them prepared as they can be, figuring out a good starting lineup come conference play later this month. And you talk about Abilene Christian. We mentioned how they've had a great defensive performance this season. You see those 4 ties, all 4 of those ties ending in shutouts, 0-0 this season.
Yeah, and that's something that we mentioned early on, was that shutting out a team is awesome, but it'd be nice to score some and also scoring for ACU and not tying and coming away with a victory.
Yeah, it's been a crucial part for the Wildcats, their defense helping them get those ties, but head coach Steven Salas really wants to get that program rolling offensively in his second season with the Wildcats, a coach that's been here in the Big Country for a long time at Hardin-Simmons, an associate head coach prior to that here at ACU. Well, we are still a few moments away from second half action here in Abilene, Texas. North Texas and ACU fighting for control. We'll see how it goes in the second half here on ESPN+. Second half action moments away here in Abilene, Texas. ACU and North Texas, the Mean Green, coming to town on Senior Day for ACU. And I tell you, this has been all about the defense. We've talked about that, but there's been a couple players that have really stood out offensively.
Yeah.
Just waiting for that opportunity to strike. Summer Brown for North Texas has looked really good.
Yeah, she has. She's the main one that's got the shots on goal. So I think she has 2 today. And I'd look in the second half of play, I'd like to see her put one in the back of the net for the Mean Green.
Yeah, she's been a big leader for North Texas this season. On the other side, she didn't start today, but Peyton Hill also a couple shot attempts and just now trying to make that connection.
Yeah, and I think that's really the story for North Texas if they're going to want to put the ball in the back of the net, is just getting the execution offensively. But I mean, that's the same thing with ACU, trying to get the ball into the back of the net. They've had some shots on goals, or they have the lone shot on goal, but they do have 8 shots attempts. But one, you got really close there to Ogden at the end.
See North Texas' squad out on the field trying to get as much shade as possible. We will get another hydration break here in the second half. Temperatures soaring up to 93 degrees in Abilene and very little wind to cool things off. The feel-like temperature up to 97 at this time, and it's only going to keep getting warmer this afternoon in West Texas.
Yeah, I mean, talking about being out here, some soccer season, it starts kind of hot and moves into the cooler side of things once you get to the Western Athletic Conference tournament.
Well, there's only 2 seasons, as they say in Texas. There's summer, and then there's about 2 weeks of winter every year, and that changes right back to triple digits. We are enjoying a slightly cooler afternoon compared to what we've seen in the weeks past, and they'll take whatever they can get here in Abilene, but 0-0 matchup. Now the fatigue starting to play a role in that second half. We'll see who ultimately wins that battle.
Yeah, I think it does, kind of play an effect. You've had some of those games, especially, at the collegiate level, you play in so many different areas. And, Texas, being one of those just hotter areas, it definitely does play a role as seeing some of that second half fatigue. But, I mean, could turn around and maybe there could be some more offense in this game.
Yeah, usually it'll help. The wind usually makes it a little bit better here in Abilene, but not getting that today. And both teams really just weathering that storm. Still moments away from the first kick of the second half. And, ACU, they've done a great job battling great opponents this season on the road. Now getting a rare opportunity at home, just their 3rd contest this season at home and trying to get that first win. They've had a couple matches end in ties this season at home, and now they're just waiting for that next opportunity. North Texas has really had their way against ACU in the series history. 6-0 advantage for the Mean Green. Wildcats looking for that first win against the American foe from Denton, Texas.
Yeah, I think those 50-50 matchups that we talked about, I think North Texas has really done a great job of winning those. We've talked about that all afternoon, and it's really shown with them getting the ball into the offensive end with the 11 shots and 7 of those, being on the goal. And Savannah Alba, we've talked all afternoon about her having her hands full, and I mean that's been the story down there in the defensive end.
Owen Simpson, Jamison Sterrett here on ESPN Plus. If you're just now joining us after changing the channel of that Cowboys contest, Saints in full control, 41-19 in the third quarter. And might as well enjoy some college soccer here in West Texas as these two teams looking to bounce back from a season ago, missing their conference tournaments, and just finding a right lineup, as the coaches say, that works best for them. During this stint, they say, every match is important. They all have the same level of importance, but there's more complications with those conference games and the point system that the American has, and same thing with ACU and the WAC. It's really, this is the most crucial time, as some coaches will say, just trying to figure out that mold and the mesh that works best for their team and the reserves that they can rely on. A lot of new players, the freshmen, the transfers, with the transfer portal changing the landscape of college athletics. Yeah,
that's what your non-conference games are for, is to really find that lineup and find that good rotation, that good bunch of players that can play and perform well for your team. I mean, that's why they give those games to you, to really fill them out. And I think, this game for ACU specifically, playing a bigger school, a bigger team, I think it gives them a big momentum, whether it's whatever the outcome is, being able to compete with a team like North Texas.
Both teams headed back out on the field to begin the second half. It was a first half, neither team able to capitalize on opportunities on offense. We'll begin 0-0, but the shots on goal differential is something that really stood out in that first half. 7-1 advantage in that category for North Texas.
Yep, I'd like to see ACU do a better job of hitting their targets, at least getting a better chance, with their accuracy with their shots here in the second half.
And we are off in the second half. ACU beginning possession, flipping the sides of the field, and quick deflection goes out of bounds, stays with the Wildcats. Just looking to get some kind of momentum offensively as North Texas will take possession. Throw in. Wildcats back with it. A change at goalie for the Wildcats the first time this season, and she looked great the first half. Savannah Alba, a redshirt junior, has made several appearances last season and the season prior. But after the 5-0 loss to number 20 Mississippi State this past week, head coach for the Wildcats really just wanted to make a change, and so far it has really paid off.
Yeah, it has. She's done a phenomenal job tonight in her debut.
And nearly the first goal of the afternoon. A great dive for Maddie Ogden, who hasn't had to do much this afternoon. It was a great look from the Wildcats, who were oh so close to a goal. Yeah. Hannah Gage making the start and nearly broke this game open.
Yeah, that's what you want to see there. That was a more accurate shot there for the Wildcats as North Texas drives it in now.
Yeah, now looking for a response. Summer Brown trying to chase it.
I think Summer Brown's going to be the impact player for this second half if North Texas wants to do anything offensively. ACU outrunning North Texas there.
Great speed from the Wildcats. Very aggressive to start this second half. We'll stay with ACU. Chase Thorne had 2 shots back in the first half. Getting involved early here in the first couple minutes of the second.
You know, she's a senior. She's really that leader of this Wildcat team. I think, you know, with everything, you know, with the transfer portal nowadays, if you're someone that stayed true to your team all 4 years, that really shows the type of person that you are, and really shows your leadership and the respect that you have for the coaches. Not only the coaches, but your teammates as well.
An offsides call on North Texas. Summer Brown disagreeing with the call. They said she was too far across. And it goes right back to the Wildcats, and Brown chasing it down. Her speed and acceleration, a big reason why she had a couple opportunities in the first half.
ACU pushing now.
Wildcats marching, trying to turn the corner, and left out of reach.
Yeah, that was another opportunity there for Hannah Gage. She had one there early on in the game, and just missed there.
Back with the Mean Green. They're on the road taking on the Wildcats today, and they'll continue their journey away from home as they'll take on Tulsa later this week in Tulsa and return home to play Temple in a week and a half. So the road stretch for this match and next. ACU continuing to push the tempo, and Ogden secures it. Summer Brown back with ACU again. Swarming defense, but a great pass as you mentioned. North Texas wants possession, they'll give it to him. Now marching. Just back and forth, looking for something. Give it right back to Ogden and get reset. 5 minutes passed here early in the second half, still 0-0. 4 times this season, ACU has ended in a 0-0 tie, and trying to repeat the history that has been all too familiar this season for the Wildcats. Now, you could take an opponent like North Texas in a 0-0 tie, not necessarily demoralizing, anything like that, but you know it's starting to get the impatience for ACU. They're tired of ending in these 0-0 draws, 4 already this season.
Yeah, you look at the the matchups that they've had, and just all those ties, being 0-0, it does get kind of frustrating for a team. It's like, when are we going to put some points up on the board? And I think they've had some opportunities this afternoon, and I think heading down here towards the end of the game, hopefully they can net one here.
Bad pass from Sarver for the Wildcats. Go right back to North Texas. Passing has looked pretty clean early here in this second half for ACU. North Texas, a little methodical start on offense and no rush. Summer Brown trying to secure it, cannot. We saw a couple of really early opportunities at goal for both teams to start this second half, and since then both defenses settling back in as they did throughout the entire of that first half. Brown gets triple teamed, has to pass it away. Now an opportunity on the near side, and oh, so close. Once again, a golden opportunity This time it was for Summer Brown. This one goes left.
Just missed there. It almost looked, like it was going to be a disaster for ACU, but
Now marching again with numbers and the defense crashing inside. You sense a little momentum shift over the past 30 seconds. And North Texas can sense it as a corner kick is up.
see if they send this one to the middle or if they play it.
Going deep. Great placement and over the net. Good defense from ACU, but they're going to have to do it again. Alba being tested, had 5 saves in the first half. Now we'll do a corner kick from the other side. They decide to play this one out. Miller, high kick and nowhere close. Go right back to ACU. So the Wildcats weathering the storm yet again.
Yep, they defense stands strong.
Brown right back with it. Great size and strength. That's what Coach Hedlund loves that she can bring to the table. Now ECU trying to regain the possession battle. Over to the far side. They don't have the numbers. Back it out.
Both teams has had a lot of time in their offensive zones, but not able to capitalize just yet.
North Texas deflects that one. Gets a little further away as ACU gets possession right back. Good footwork from the Wildcats. One-on-one battle, and the defense makes another stop. I'll tell you, the Mean Green have looked so good inside the box all afternoon. There again, once again intercepting a pass, and back with North Texas.
Come on, go.
Now marching, Brown off sides. It was so close. And correction, that was Bailey Wesco, the senior forward, the transfer from Oklahoma, who has made a great impact on this program. Just a little too far that time for Wesco, and 2023 American Conference second team selection. Already has a couple goals this season and would be in a great position for a third goal there, but just a little too far off to the races. We have a stoppage from one of the officials.
Looks like they're gonna. He's got the yellow card in his hand.
Might have been a little chatter back and forth. And that is Coach Hedlund, who is not pleased with the offsides ruling. And I think the officials have said, you know what, we've seen enough. It's the second yellow against North Texas this afternoon. The first one that we've seen from head coach John Hedlund. Roebuck picked up a yellow back in the first half. And it's just one of those afternoon matches that hasn't gone the way North Texas has wanted. A lot of opportunities, especially in that first half, to get on the board, and the frustration just spilling over to the coaching staff. Time being, they've given, at least according to the data in front of us, it looked like it was a yellow on Hedlund, but might be on Hicks Bishop, who is a freshman goalie. Not sure if that's correct, but As of right now, as it stands, regardless, a yellow for North Texas. Still 0-0 here in the second half. North Texas trying to put something together offensively. Both sides really struggling in that category, but you got to give credit to the defense.
Yeah, I mean, you know, North Texas defense looking very mean, you know, if you will. But I think both defenses have been the story of tonight or this afternoon. Just back and forth. Very physical matchup as well.
There's Ogden, hasn't had to do a whole lot up until here in the second half. Has 3 saves this afternoon.
Yeah,
Good turnaround.
The 2 shots on goal that she has had, or the 3, 2 of those coming here early in the second half.
Heading over to the corner, and
Let's go, ACU!
possession arrow for ACU. Good defense over to the corner, and Hannah Martin, great job, the senior. Looking aggressive. North Texas was racing to it. ACU gets it over midfield. Trying to chase it down, keeps it in play for the time being. Over to the corner. The Wildcats hunting for a goal. Good kick over to the far side. Turn around over the head, and again, the defense for North Texas says enough is enough. They kick that one out, and it'll be an upcoming corner kick.
Let's go, Cat! Let's go, ACU!
Owen Bushko there doing a great job for North Texas defending.
Just their second corner kick attempt this afternoon. It's Abby Smith, LSU transfer, wearing the purple and white this season, trying to break this game open, and the kick is off target right of the net.
Another missed opportunity there for the Wildcats. As you see, just off to the right side of the goal there.
There's another senior for ACU, Stevens, with the shot attempt. Mean Green are marching.
The Wildcats looking more aggressive offensively in the second half. As Brown pushing it up now for North Texas.
Turns around and lands right down. Accuracy is there, but it goes right over to Alba once again. Save number 6 of the afternoon for the redshirt junior.
Alba with a nice kick end over end. But nothing doing with it there.
Goes right back to Ogden. Gets it out to midfield. Wildcats marching again. Trying to make a stop as the Mean Green are knocking at the door. Trying to regroup. Bernard passing it back up to the top. That one not on target as ACU trying to let that one roll. And it stays just in play, so the Wildcats have to take it out.
Yeah, North Texas trying to regroup on offense. You know, they did great there in the first half, but just the 2 shots in the second.
And the Wildcats winning the offensive battle in the second half thus far. North Texas with 1 shot on goal to ACU's 2. We saw a lot of change in the final stretch of that first half. That's when North Texas really got rolling. Just couldn't find the back of the net. Good Defense from North Texas lets it go out. Back to the mean green. Little fake pass from UNT.
Chase Thorne was ready for it, though.
Trying to turn it around, too. Thorne back with it. He's got some great speed. On the pass. Trying to weave through defenders. And the defense making a slide. Kicks that one out, and it'll be a corner kick for the Wildcats.
Nice defense there from Abby Major, the redshirt junior from Frisco. Does a nice job of kicking it out of play. Nice slide tackle there.
And one of the captains on this North Texas squad, and not a corner kick, it was even better defense, lets it go out of play before the back line. Getting close to the midway point here in the second half.
The ACU making some subs as number 11, Peyton Hill, the redshirt sophomore, checks in.
Saw her a little bit in that first half. Started in the last contest, coming off the bench this afternoon. It's the first time that's happened this year. Started every match this season and has done a good job for the Wildcats. So far in the first half, had 2 shots, just weren't on target. They go right back to her. And it'll set up a corner kick for the Wildcats.
Let's go, ACU!
Good physical effort from Hill. Going back to Smith.
Let's go, ACU!
3 shots on goal this season. Still looking for that first goal in the purple and white. Deep kick. A lot of contact. Player down for the Wildcats, gets back up, and a high kick out of play. Go right back to North Texas. The defense, I tell you, they just crash inside for North Texas when they get inside the box, and there's just nothing that ACU's been able to put together.
No, it's almost like, they send it far across the field, and, UNT does a good job of adjusting to it. So they might have an opportunity here.
And Green
2-on-2.
pushing. And good defense again from ACU. It'll stay right where we are. Credit to Martin and Macy Stevens tracking that one down.
Let's go, ACU!
Now over to the corner. Be corner attempt number 7 for North Texas. They're going to let this one play out. Back over to Miller. Miller on the pass. Sent back by a Wildcat. North Texas trying to spread out this Wildcat defense. And those one-on-one battles that have just been so tough to win. So it'll go right back to ACU, and Bernard pulling the arm you see right there. She knew she lost the battle, tried to get away with it, and unsuccessful.
Just a little too much of the grab there from Bernard, but
Free kick. Goes right back to ACU. Trying to turn around and get that out of play. Give them a little bit of space. North Texas right back with it.
this is the first time really in the second half that UNT has had the ball for a solid amount of time in their offensive zone.
Cunningham lost it that time, goes right out of bounds. ACU back with it. Getting close to our hydration break of the second half. Warm temperatures here in West Texas. Senior day between ACU and North Texas has been all about the defense. On the throw in for North Texas. Contact. Loose ball and the Mean Green moving. They have the numbers. Trying to turn around now. High kick deflected by ACU. Wildcats survive the scare for the time being.
Let's go ACU.
Another defensive stand there for the Wildcats, and that's been the history of this afternoon.
Deflected off of one of the Mean Green. ACU back with it. Trying to make the cut. Pass over to the near side. Wildcats trying to get past the defender. Another great defensive job from North Texas.
Yeah, that was Chase Thorne there just trying to make something. Comes up short again. I believe it's another corner kick for the Wildcats.
Corner kick number 4 for ACU. I'll go right back to Smith. Last time she was here, just a little too far on this kick.
It looked like they were lining up again on that far side of the field, and they do.
And again, right there and reaching down to make the save. Ogden with another save on the play. And she's fired up. Great kick from Ogden, flipping the field. Now here's North Texas, waiting for a couple numbers. Great pass, trying to get around the goalie, and it's too high.
Just missed there for North Texas.
Claire Niedermeyer had an opportunity. It was a great pass. Trying to turn it around, and I think there might have been a hand on that one. It was a great effort from Alba. And it will go down as another save.
Let's go ACU.
Looks like some cloud cover settling in Abilene.
North Texas still trying to fight. Lots of contact. Mean Green get it back. A lot of chaos. ACU trying to create a little bit of separation. Good pass. Marching down the field. Sarver. Pass back to midfield, and North Texas with the numbers.
Let's go Cats.
That kick off of one of the Wildcats. They'll stay with North Texas. And that will take us to our final hydration break of the afternoon. North Texas and ACU, they are locked in at 0 as we enter the final 20 minutes and change of the second half. Stay tuned here on ESPN+. Tied at 0 here in Abilene, Texas. North Texas and ACU battling it out on the field. A hot afternoon for these two teams. And here's a look at the home schedule for the ACU Wildcats. And I tell you, it's a challenging non-conference slate, and you look at how it continues to track on into conference play, and they're going to be tested this year.
Yeah, they take on Oral Roberts September 19th. That's Western Athletic Conference. And then you've got Seattle University September 28th, and Southern Utah and Utah Tech. Those are some challenging games, like you said, leading into conference play.
And conference play getting started later this month for Abilene Christian. North Texas has had already one conference game in the American Conference, coming off a win earlier this past week against Florida Atlantic, winning that match 1-0. And entering the final 21 minutes of regulation here in Abilene, Texas, has been all about the defense so far. Neither team really able to find anything developing on offense. North Texas with 15 shots, ACU 13. North Texas winning the shot on goal statistic 9-4. But other than that, it has been really even. Just a couple miscues for North Texas, 5 offsides to ACU 0.
Yeah, I think had you not had those offsides, I think there could have been maybe one or two of those that they could have capitalized off of, but
The Wildcats trying to create some space, get the offense rolling.
Go Cats.
Wildcats back and forth, looking to create some kind of separation and culminate a couple solid passes and create an opportunity, but it's been tough go with this North Texas squad. Haven't allowed a goal all month long. Now a steal for North Texas, trying to get a shot off. And the Wildcats defend that one. Under 20 to go here at Elmer Gray Stadium.
Let's go Cats.
Mean Green just trying to maintain possession. Defense from ACU has been stifling all afternoon. Making another interception on the pass.
yeah, another play with contact there as the refs let them continue to play it out.
Now the Wildcats marching. Good pass. Back and forth over to the far side of the field. Deflected by the Mean Green defense. And we are going to have a foul on the Mean Green. Abby Major, they're going to say, touched her hand. She doesn't like the call, but gives it right back to ACU. So another opportunity for the Wildcats here.
Yeah, the redshirt junior there not happy with that one. She's also a captain for the Mean Green. Didn't like the call. But ACU will get a penalty kick here. It's a big opportunity here for the Wildcats.
Inside the box too. This could be the difference of the afternoon. Maddie Ogden trying to get another save this afternoon. On the kick. It's a save loose, trying to get possession, and North Texas gets it out. What a stand by the Mean Green. Ogden and Major there with a big defensive stand.
I mean, that's a prime example of how it's gone all night for North Texas's defense.
Just trying to get some room. ACU still knocking at the door. An opportunity, and oh so close. Looked to be off the left bar. If that had been a foot further to the right, ACU would have a 1-0 advantage. A lot of late drama these past few minutes for North Texas. But we stay the same way we started at 0.
Yeah, that was another opportunity there, missed. As you get another look at it here on your screen, just a bit to the left.
That was Peyton Hill again, getting involved offensively. She's the only one who's really been able to find some opportunities for the Wildcats.
Let's go Cats.
They'll continue to try to go back to her throughout regulation. It's been real quiet though on the other side for North Texas in this second half.
Yeah, I think if you're ACU and you look at this game, you've done a good job here so far of holding this North Texas team to 0 points, and you've kept up with them defensively really well.
Let's go Cats.
The Wildcats just can't get one of those deep passes off. The defense for North Texas continues to deflect. Ogden sailing. And ACU gets it right back.
Go ACU.
Looking to move quickly now. Getting well upfield. Pass Opportunity. Hill was nearly there and got a little double team. Sent right back out. Good defense again from the Mean Green. Now North Texas marching, and that pass well off target. ACU tries to save it, and they do. Racing down the far side of the field. North Texas kicks it out, trying to catch a breather for the time being. Past few minutes really testing the stamina for both teams. Throw in very close. Ogden lost it, and nearly another goal. ACU still with it. North Texas says, let's get this out of here.
Another opportunity there for ACU that they couldn't capitalize on.
Now North Texas trying to chase this one down.
Let's go, Cats!
Right back out, and some extra contact there. It'll be likely another foul on North Texas.
Let's go,
A little
ACU.
shove in the back.
Yeah, that's Alexis Miller.
ACU marching. Had so many close opportunities. 4 shots on goal here in the second half. North Texas with just 2 here in the second.
Yeah, it seemed like North Texas was the offensive team in the first half, but now ACU doing a good job of getting the ball in the offensive zone, and they've definitely stepped it up here in the second half.
And just winning those 50-50 battles too. Create more opportunities. High and on track. But another stand by Ogden, getting a lot of work in here in the past 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, we take another look at the replay here, and just a bit too high, and Ogden was a great position to make a play on the ball there.
That was Raylan Miller, the freshman out of Winter Park, Florida. Hasn't seen a whole lot of action
Go, ACU.
as far as longevity minutes go, but that was a great shot on goal and setting up a corner kick for the Wildcats. It's Gunther. Loose ball battled around. North Texas has it for the time being, kicks it out. And good job by the Mean Green. Now across midfield. The momentum really seems to have flipped from the first to second half, where it's now North Texas trying to get as many stops as they can. We saw a lot of missed opportunities for the Mean Green in the first half. Now it's some missed opportunities for ACU. Now just which team can capitalize on it first. Under 13 to play in the second half. Another opportunity, and just left and out of reach. Right on cue.
You know, Owen, I mentioned about accuracy of these shots at halftime, and the shots have been way more accurate, way more of those, you know, breathtaking plays where it's like, oh my gosh, it's right there, and just a bit off again. As that was Malia Serdorn.
Making her 8th start in as many contests this afternoon. The transfer from California Baptist out of the Western Athletic Conference. So a WAC foe for the Wildcats. Serdon, an opportunity. We definitely want that one back. But they're still marching, and another chance here. As that one is kicked back to the back line and sets up another corner kick opportunity. It'll be the 8th corner kick of the afternoon for ACU.
Let's go, ACU.
Yeah, it seems ACU's had their best chances with shots on goals coming off of the corner kicks. Let's see if Gunther can put it in a good spot, in a good position for ACU to score.
Gunther, Ogden got a hand on it. to deflect and go out, and they'll flip the field going over to the other corner. She has been making a big impact here in the second half.
Got some airtime there, jumping up and getting the right hand in there, but they'll do it again.
Ogden getting a little coverage as Miller's right there for the Wildcats. Miller knocked down as Ogden sends it away, but still within play. ACU just cannot seem to find the net. Opportunity here though. Ogden trying to race it down as she backs up.
Ogden again with another big save there.
It's been a lot of chaos in the past 5-10 minutes of the second half. Wildcats can taste a goal.
Corner.
North Texas defense has been exquisite in the second half.
Looks like another corner kick here for the Wildcats.
You start to wonder how much longer can North Texas weather this storm defensively as Gunther lines up for the 10th corner kick of the afternoon for ACU.
Yeah, I feel like it was North Texas, the ones that were trying to weather the storm in the first half. ACU with another opportunity.
And the kick a little too far outside, trying to regroup now. Off of the head and too far left. Surviving unscathed has been the story of the afternoon for both of these teams, but the momentum has really shifted in favor of the Wildcats in this second half.
Yeah, approaching the final 10 minutes here. See which one of these teams can come up. As of right now, it's looking like ACU has the momentum going into the final 10 minutes, as it feels like it hasn't been in the UNT offensive zone in a while.
Both teams evened up, 9 shots on goal apiece. ACU winning the overall shots total now though, 21-15 in their favor.
Good job. There you go, Georgia.
Under 10 to play. Gunther just trying to do something, but double teamed over to the corner. 4th year at ACU, the Plano, Texas native. Enjoying her junior year out here in ACU. Making her 8th start in as many appearances in the 2024 campaign. Gunther, a high kick. Ogden reaching up and a receiver grabbing it down. Boots this one away. It's the first time in a while we've seen a soccer ball this far on the other side of the field as North Texas is now looking to answer, diving to make the grab. Savannah Alba hasn't had to do much over the past 10 minutes, but she's ready to answer the call here.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, you see these goalkeepers that they get kind of relaxed there, but Alba does a good job of staying locked in and making a play on the ball.
North Texas on offense for the first time, it feels like, in forever. The Mean Green now trying to capitalize on an opportunity, and it'll stay with the Mean Green. That goes out of bounds. Bailey Wesco and Summer Brown going to rely on those two players on offense, trying to put something together in this final stretch. High kick over into the box, a little bit of contact, and no whistle is called. ACU with it for the time being. Zero late here in the second half. North Texas and ACU fighting it out at Elmer Grace Stadium for ACU's senior day.
Yeah, both defense doing. It's been a defensive game, and that's been the story all afternoon for both of these teams. As Alba sends it away.
Big kick.
ACU
Good decision by the Mean Green. Get some numbers back out on the defensive side. There you see the numbers, 7 minutes and counting left in regulation. We'll see a substitution as Hannah Gage comes in for defense, making a start today.
Go, Hannah!
Goes to Gage. Gage double teamed. Great pass over to the other side and can't get a shot on goal. Ogden once again. Texas trying to move quickly. Getting down to that final stretch here in the second half. Good defense from the Wildcats. Help get some numbers back. Been a grinded out afternoon defensively for both of these teams. ACU and North Texas trying to pick up a quality win as that one sails back to Alba, who has done a great job in her first start this season. 7 saves, 5 of them in the first half.
Go, Hannah!
ACU right ahead.
Good, Hannah!
Wildcats just can't create a whole lot of space. North Texas defense is everywhere.
We've seen that where a couple times where ACU looks like they have a chance and then they just get tangled up and North Texas gets the better of it again.
North Texas, the beginning of their 2-game road trip, as they will head on the road to face Tulsa back in conference play later this week. And well, for the Wildcats, it's a journey ahead of more challenges at home. Oral Roberts, and then conference play knocking at the door. Ogden again with the secure. Just over 5 minutes to go. ACU has seen a whole lot of extra time this season. 4 games this season, ending in 0-0 shutouts. Wildcats looking to avoid a 5th occurrence. But you got to give credit, though. It's a great opponent coming into town from the American Conference. You can tell that these Wildcats really are looking for more than just a 0-0 tie. ACU looking to defend in the final 5 minutes. Good pass. Opportunity high and off target. Summer Brown, or excuse me, no, that's Wesco, a senior from Midlothian, Texas. A great pass and well set up, but sails too high. We've seen that very often from both sides, just not on target.
Yeah, it seems to be the story here this afternoon for both teams. ACU looking a little bit more accurate here in the second half, but just not very accurate here today, both teams.
Now under 4 to play, up at midfield. Wildcats looking for a couple more opportunities in regulation.
Pass there. There's a chance.
One-on-one, the pass back and denied. It hasn't just been Ogden. The rest of the defense for the Mean Green has answered the call as Sarver was knocking at the door.
Yeah, her defense, Ogden's defense, doing a great job backing her up today.
Mean Green trying to get a little closer. And this one goes out. Back with ACU.
Let's go, Cats!
Nice
3
end
minutes
over.
to go. Yeah, as you mentioned. A little trip up, and it will go right back to North Texas. A lot of contact. Miller embracing it. You see right there Abby Smith extending the leg, trying to get possession back. Here's a rocket. Inside the box, loose, and secured. Another great effort from Alba. North Texas has started to get a little bit more going on offense late here in the second half. There has not been much to speak of on either side. Great pass to keep it in play for North Texas. A lot of one-on-one battles. Moving quickly. North Texas deflected on the shot attempt. Going right back to it. It's too high. And one of the Mean Green a little slow to get up after that attempt as the clock continues to run. Alba with the kick. North Texas right back with it. 90 seconds left and counting. Maybe one or two more opportunities in regulation. Mean Green done a really good job settling in after a rough 5-10 minute patch where they almost gave up a goal.
Summer Brown, she's been quiet in the second half.
Defense denying her that time, and looks to set up a corner kick. Time running out into the final minute of regulation. As Holloman defensively and setting up corner kick number 8 of the afternoon for the Mean Green. Mia Bernard, the sophomore out of Heath, Texas. Good kick. Opportunity, and too high. It's about the third or fourth time in a row that North Texas had an opportunity, and it's just sailed over the crossbar.
It might have been one of the last chances there for North Texas to capitalize on offense. Just missed there.
And we are headed to some extra time here at Elmer Gray Stadium. Seems all too familiar of a feeling for ACU, and be another opportunity for the Mean Green.
Thursday, September 19th, as your Wildcats host the Oral Roberts University.
And it's going to be a fun afternoon as we continue action here in Abilene, Texas.
And for game information, please visit acusports.com.
And
Drive home safely.
teams deciding in non-conference play with the heat and all considerations. This one will end in a 0-0 draw, a shutout once again for the Wildcats, and Wildcats will fall to 2-1-5 on the year. North Texas picks up their second draw of the season.
Yeah, I mean, I think for ACU, you know, you stayed with them, but like you mentioned, this is a familiar sign for the Wildcats, with ending in another draw. Defensively for both teams, going into leading into conference play, I think you should be proud of your defense, both sides here for ACU and North Texas.
And the first time that the Wildcats taking on North Texas does not end in a loss. The series now in favor of the Mean Green, 6-0-1. And North Texas will stay on the road, take on Tulsa in their next match, and the Wildcats will stay at home to take on Oral Roberts. It's been a tough non-conference slate for the Wildcats, but getting them ready for conference play.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of draws, just 2 wins, 1 loss, and now 5 matches ending in draws. But hopefully they can change that moving into conference play. Like you said, they've been on the road. They've been on the road here lately, and they get 2 back-to-back home games with Oral Roberts, and so.
Yeah, it's been a great test for both these teams as the season continues here in the state of Texas. For Jamison Starrett and the entire crew, led by director Nick Barron-Stecker, producer Carrie Johnston, I'm Owen Simpson saying so long from Abilene, Texas. Final score 0-0 between the Mean Green and the Wildcats. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.